Hi Frank, this is Terry Brooks with T Brooks Web Design, and as per our conversation this morning, this is an evaluation of your current website, Champion Disposal, championdisp.com. As I mentioned on the phone, I really like what this website looks like. I know that you're not keen on it too much, but I think it's a good looking website. It's also mobile friendly, fully responsive, which is important. I know you're not crazy about the picture at the top. Um, we could use a different picture. I can actually, I can use Photoshop and clean up the wheels a bit. There's a lot that I can do to make this, to make the picture look a little, make the truck look a little cleaner. As far as the website itself, there's very little that I see that I would say is really bad. The one thing I do notice is the home page does not have a lot of text on it. You need to have a certain amount of text on the home page of the website or any page of a website in order for it to rank. Why are you doing that? Keep the current. Okay. In order for it to rank in search engines. So you really don't have much text on here, hardly at all. I do see that these get delivery, remove it, contact us, they all lead to the contact form. So it's kind of unnecessary to really to have those, because if they're all going to go to the same place, it's really not necessary. But I'm just really just kind of picking things really. There's really not, like I said, there's not much that I would say is really bad with this. We've got the residential page. There's enough wording on here. The construction page. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know if you even need. You know what? Hold on. I think the content on all three of your service pages is very, very similar. So yeah, you've got construction dumpster services, 11 yard, 20 yard, 30 yard, and then you've got pretty much very similar wording for each of your pages. So I don't know if you really need to have separate pages for each, for commercial, for residential, for construction. Now if we're looking at the source code for this website, we can see that it is indeed a WordPress site. WP content means that it is a WordPress site. And I did mention that there was no SEO or search engine optimization on here. There actually is, if I can find it, there's a Yoast plugin, and it's showing that your page title for your home page is Dumpster Rental Champion Disposal. That's probably okay. I mean, I would probably put something in there that says the location, but the description for the home page, it's a bit more descriptive. You can see Champion Disposal offers dumpster rentals for homes, commercial locations, and construction crews serving central. Well, there's actually some of the wording on here. I don't want to give too much information away, but some of the wording on here is not really a search, are not terms that are really used for when people search for things, and or certain words are not set up the right way. The locations, they're not really set up the way that people search for services in those specific locations. So I would do that a little bit differently. The keywords really need to be towards the front of the description. So now we go to the CSS validation service. CSS is the coding that determines how the website displays and the formatting and all of that. And pretty much every website on the planet is going to have some kind of coding errors. Even Google's own website has coding errors. So, with 25 errors is a little bit excessive. I don't really see anything that's, even though there's a lot of errors, I don't really see anything that's a huge problem that's really going to cause issues with the display in general. But I mean, like I said, there are a lot of issues here. But again, it is a WordPress template, so you're going to find some errors. Also, I'm curious, you do have an email form, And you do have a little math thing here that you have to, someone that wants to leave a message would have to add that up, because spam bots cannot add manually. So that ensures that whoever is leaving a message on your contact form is not an automated bot. However, I also wanted to see if certain words are being blocked from the form, because they really need to. Otherwise, you're still going to get a lot of spam. So I just kind of put this in here. Viagra seller, we sell spammy spammer spam. We want to sell you credit card numbers and general spammy stuff. So a good contact form is going to bounce that back. Oh, I also want to put the website address in here. Spammy Viagra pharmacy links, make money fast. So I'm putting all these keywords in there that your email form should not accept, but I'm curious to see if it does. And if you get this form, you're gonna know it's from me. So let's see what happens. Oh, I have to fill in the phone number. Let's see. I'm just gonna make something up, see if it accepts it. And it did. So that email form is really not as secure as it really should be. Another issue. I did a Google page speed test. This is right from Google, and it tells you how quickly or how slowly your website loads. So as you can see, you've got a score of 47 out of 100, which is pretty abysmal. That's a very low loading speed, slow loading speed, but WordPress and other templates are known to have that problem. So they do load very slowly. The problem with a slow loading website is you might not even notice it on your phone if you have a fast internet service provider. However, Google takes note of this score, and if your website has a slow loading score, you're not going to rank as well in Google. So it is a Google ranking signal, is page speed. So you really want to, and a lot of things there's nothing you can really do about. So for instance, we're seeing that these render blocking resources that are taking up a lot of space these are all WordPress elements on the website. So you can't remove them. They're just part of the WordPress template. So even if you used a different template, you'd probably still have the same issue. Also, the images need to be reduced in file size, because if the file size is too large, that really slows down the loading of the page. And you can see even like the big picture of the truck up here, nobody reduced that file size. There's ways to reduce the file size, but now you've got a 380 meg image file, and you've got this background here that looks like, well, kind of looks like a marijuana leaf there. But again, that's just the background. You really don't even need to have that there. So all these images are a pretty large size. They're taking up valuable resources. And all these other issues, these are all part of WordPress, WP. They're all WordPress files, and there's really nothing you can do about that. So yeah, this is a very, very slow loading website, even though there's not a whole lot of content on it. Broken links. You have a couple of broken links in here. Nothing really major. It looks like something is linking to an FAQ page on, which page is it? And the link doesn't work. FAQ page. So there should be, questions, here we go. So yeah, we've got your roll-off dumpster services. If we click down here for FAQ, it's no results found. So there are a couple of broken links on the website. Again, there's nothing really major, but I did find a couple of misspellings. Again, nothing really too major. Another issue, very interesting issue here, is that you actually have two websites, and it looks like you have a new website which is called Residential New, and it's all exactly the same content as your older website, which is this one, but you can see that it's just different formatting. So it looks like somebody created a new website but used exactly the same wording. And the problem with that, oh, and well, but used a different phone number. So here you got 914-4511, but the new website shows a 261 number. Problem with that is duplicate content. Google has a duplicate content filter that if you have pages that have exactly the same content as far as the text, they kind of consider that plagiarism, and they're going to drop you in rankings. So that's a big problem. And then I'm going to go over to Google and I just did a search for South Jersey dumpster rental to see if you would come up at all. And no, I do a search Champion. No, nothing's coming up for Champion. I mean, I could go to page 2 and see if you're coming up on page 2. No, not even on page 2. So let's try Burlington. Oops, maybe I need to spell properly. Burlington County dumpster rental. Champion, same thing, nothing, 0. Let's try Champion, same thing, 0. Now you will rank in Hainesport because you're located in Hainesport, and at the bottom of your homepage or your website you do show Hainesport. So you should rank in Hainesport, but it's kind of useless because you serve other areas besides Hainesport. So your Google My Business listing, which is the map section, shows you because you are in Hainesport. And then I think down here, okay, so you also do show up here under Hainesport. But here's another issue is this is not the text that you want to show. This is supposed to be like a summary of your services, and it's picking up the wrong information here. Dumpster rentals in Hainesport. Your search found us cheapest Hainesport in South East Jersey. Support local is a breeze. Oh, that's a different one. Okay, so and let's see if we could let's do Mount Laurel because I'm sure that's pretty close, and I'm sure you're not going to show up for that. No. So let's see if you came up. Maybe you see Champion dumpster. Let me see if you come up even for. Okay, so you do come up if you search for the company name, which is good, but not if you search for your services and your products. So that's a problem. So as I mentioned, you really want to get away from WordPress. You want to get to a hand-coded website, which ranks better in Google, and take care of some of these other issues, which will be, just be taken care of automatically when we switch to a different website. So call me if you have any questions. My number is 609-914-1318, and my website is tbrookswebdesign.com, and we'll be talking soon.